Hi everyone! This week our story is going to be Lamb to the Slaughter by Roald Dahl. Now, for this week, we're going to focus on mystery, tension, and surprise/irony. So let's begin. First off, we have some definitions: mystery, tension, and surprise. Now, mystery involves putting together pieces of a puzzle, an unsolved problem. It brings about a sense of wonder or questioning in both the reader and the characters in the novel. Tension brings about emotions such as worry, anxiety, fear, and stress on the part of both the reader and the characters in a novel. And last but not least, surprise, which simply means an unexpected plot twist. Now, essentially, we're going to be thinking of surprise and irony as the same concepts for this week in the story. Surprise is similar to irony, so it's okay to perceive them as the same for this week. However, essentially, irony is the use of words to express something other than or opposite of the usual meaning. Given that irony in this week's story is rather surprising, you can think of the two concepts or words as the same. Now, first off is mystery. We're going to go ahead and watch this video. While we're watching this video together, I want you to ask yourself these questions. What is a mystery? What are some specific types of mysteries? What does the plot revolve around in a mystery? What is the path of a mystery plot? So think of these questions as we go through the video, okay? So here are the elements of a mystery. First off, we have to understand what a mystery is. Now, mystery is a genre of fiction. It is suspenseful, and it involves a protagonist who must solve a crime or figure out a puzzling situation. There are many types of mysteries. They can include thrillers, whodunits, and crime stories, as well as detective stories. Now, like in any other story, there are many different types of characters in a mystery. They can include detectives, sleuths, and spies, as well as suspects, witnesses, and any other characters trying to solve a mystery, such as law enforcement, or even ghosts and shady people. Now, the plot in a mystery often revolves around solving a problem. This may come in the form of a puzzling situation, a crime that was committed, a secret, a missing person, animal, or object, an unexplained event. In order to solve the mystery, you need to keep reading to look for clues and hints about what happened. But watch out for red herrings or false clues designed to throw you off the trail. Now, there's usually a set plot path in a mystery. There's a beginning, middle, and an end. In the beginning, the characters and problem are introduced. The middle, the detectives gather clues and work to solve the mystery. And at the end, the mystery is solved. Now, I hope during that video that one, you were able to hear me over the music, and two, that you were asking yourself these questions as we were going through the video together. Remember, the questions are: what is a mystery? What are some specific types of mysteries? What does the plot revolve around in a mystery? And what is the path of a mystery plot? Now, let's go ahead and move on to tension. I think one of the best examples of tension is this clip from Jurassic Park, which I don't know about you, but I was certainly worried for the characters in this scene. So let's go ahead and watch this together, and keep in mind what you, the audience, are feeling as you watch this.
Timmy, what is it? It's a velociraptor. It's inside.
So, if you're worried about any of those characters, if you haven't seen Jurassic Park yet, that would be an example of tension. So, anything that you, the audience, feels for the characters is an example of tension in a story. All right, next up is surprise or irony. Now, surprise or irony is when something unexpected happens in a story. For this text, you're going to want to pay special attention to dramatic irony. And this video is going to explain what dramatic irony is.
What do horror movies and comedies have in common? The two genres might seem totally different, but the reason they're both so popular is perhaps because of what they have in common: their use of dramatic irony. First, let's clarify. There are three types of irony out there. Situational irony is when you expect one thing but get the opposite. Verbal irony is when someone says something but truly means the opposite. Dramatic irony, though, is what we'll be looking at right now. Dramatic irony is when the audience seems to know more about an event, a situation, or a conversation than the characters in the movie, on the show, or in the book do. The audience is in on a secret that the characters have missed. This is a great storytelling device that creates tremendous emotion within that text. Think about it for a moment. How does it feel when, in a horror film, you know that the scary villain is hiding behind that door in the darkened room? The music becomes eerie, the lighting creates complete shadows. This has to be bad for the hero. Of course, though, that hero must enter the room to find the villain. You feel tremendous tension and the suspense of knowing that someone will jump out and be scary, but you just don't know when. That tension is dramatic irony. You know something more than the characters in the film. Now, take the typical comedy. There will probably be some type of misunderstanding. Again, we know more of what is going on than the characters do. Picture two characters making a plan for a birthday surprise for their roommate, while that roommate overhears the entire conversation from the hallway. From there, confusion and misunderstanding occur, and the tension builds. This isn't the same tension as the horror film, since it is probably pretty funny as the characters try to figure out the who's and the what's. But it serves as a great example of the tension and suspense of dramatic irony. This tension or suspense in both genres drives the story and keeps the plot progressing. The audience wants, no, needs, to see the tension of the dramatic irony broken either by the scary person jumping out of the shadows or by someone finally revealing someone's true identity and clearing up the confusion. So when you feel like you are in on a secret, that is dramatic irony, a hallmark of all the great writers from Shakespeare to Hitchcock.
Hopefully you found that TED-Ed video helpful and you now have a deeper understanding of irony and how it can work within a story. Now that we have gone into depth a little bit about mystery, tension, and surprise or irony, it's time for you to write your own definitions. So on your student copies, I want you to go ahead and write down each definition in your own words. After you've done that, you're going to want to go back to Canvas, go to the Lamb to the Slaughter module, and click on the Lamb to Slaughter Anticipation Guide and complete the survey. Once you complete it, you get the 6 points, and I get to see what you think about the text so far. After that, it's time to flex your Google skills. So the title of our story this week is Lamb to the Slaughter. The title comes from a saying or idiom that has a deeper, specific meaning. Now, in case you don't know what an idiom is, it's essentially a phrase that has a different meaning other than what you initially think. Some examples of idioms are penny for your thoughts, best of both worlds, cross that bridge when you come to it, and piece of cake. Each of these have a specific meaning other than the actual words being used. So I want you to go ahead and Google lamb to slaughter meaning and write down what it means here. After you've done that, you're going to make a prediction. What do you think our story might be about this week? Once you've completed all of this and the anticipation guide, make sure you just submit both on Canvas and you get your points for today. After that, that's pretty much it for day 1, and tomorrow for days 2 and 3, we will go ahead and start reading the text. Have a good day, guys.